Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. Oh my god, I just realized my nails are atrocious, but I've been chipping at them. But I am here to show you guys, this video is going to be an all-in-one because I am a bit behind in filming. I need to do my budget closeout for the past 2 weeks, so that's to review how much money I actually spent versus what I plan to spend. Then I need to do my budget for the next 2 weeks because payday's here. And I have a cash stuffing to show you. A couple things have changed for me, so I will give you some updates along the way. First thing I want to get started with is my closeout. So I went in and I did all the categories. This is my spending for the first 2 weeks of October. Well, from October 7th to October 20th, which was my first pay period of the month. Total I spent was $1,417. Now that does include $575 from my sinking funds. So we used quite a bit. We got our passports, yay, confetti. So we used quite a bit of sinking funds. That took a big chunk. That was $304, so it was less than I expected to. Passport, we had actually saved $341.65. Oh, my nails are gonna bother me the whole time. So I just put that $36.95 in our vacation savings in Sofi. So I added all that up. In gift, I planned to spend $50 and I ended up spending $70, but there was 2 birthdays, so that was okay. I bought her a Halloween costume. I found that for $30 on Amazon. So I total have spent, like I said, $1,417.42 minus the $575 in sinking funds, which were savings that I already had, so that didn't come from my paycheck. It was $842.01 as a balance. So not too bad. It looks like most of the money for this pay period went to savings, of course, and then home, and then grocery. So those are usually what I spend the most in, probably what most people spend the most in. As far as rollover, I did have $45 left in my wallet. Now I just got to figure out where it was because I've already taken everything out of my wallet. Give me 1 second. Okay, I was able to find where I wrote it down. So for personal, I had $45 left in cash. So that's from the last paycheck to today. So that rolled over into our new pay period. We had $45 in personal left. I had $65 left in pet, $15 left in health, $39 left in kids, and $4 left in entertainment. So we had a total cash rollover of $160. Oops, that's the wrong place. It was supposed to be miscellaneous. So you had a rollover of $160. Of course, I'm leaving both pet and health in there. So we're gonna take out that $80. Make sure that's $80. Yep. Should be $80. All right, so that's $80. And what I did was I saved 49. Hold on a second. I'm doing this wrong. Is it 31 or was it 39? It was 39. All right, 65, 15 plus 39. All right, 119 is getting rolled over. Because I always keep pet, health, and kids in my wallet. I don't take money out of those or save that money. So that leaves me with $41. Yep, that leaves me with $41. And I ended up putting that whole thing into different places. So I put $30 in family fun. And then I put the other 11, I believe I put it in gas and grocery, but let me double check. Yeah, I put the rest in gas and grocery because I used some of gas and grocery this past pay period for some groceries because we went over in groceries. If you see here, grocery, we went over by $50. So Some of that I took from the sinking fund. Some of it I took from the bank buffer that was already in the bank. So rollover as far as the bank goes, we had 70.96 left in Maine, mostly because I had gas. I didn't use all of the gas. We allow $60 for gas. We budget $60 for gas. We, meaning me and my daughter. Basically. So I had some money left there. So that got left in the bank. And then the bill account had $567.95, mostly because half of the mortgage was in there. So this was, I did that in the wrong place. Total rollover, let's just do this, was 119 in cash plus 70.96 from the main and 567.95, 757.91. All right, and then we saved this $41. Excuse my sloppy handwriting, I'm trying to do this fast. So there was $37 that needed to go back to the bank that it never made it. So anytime I used money from like Amazon or anything online, I used my buffer, which is money that I keep in my checking account for things like this, and then I replaced the money. That $37 never made it back to the bank, so it's still in my wallet. I did include it in the main balance because I am going to take it back to the bank. Today we also spent some money. Today is the 21st. Nope, today's the 22nd. We also spent money on her hair products at the hair store, and this was for Kids Beauty. I decided that I'm going to do her hair again this time and not take her to the hairdresser, so save us some money. We spent $22 there, and that came from her sinking fund. So that was money that we already had set aside for her. All right, so the last thing that I need to do, here's all the spending here. The last thing, this is just my scribble during the week, is I need to fill out my actuals that I spent in A, so I can compare it to the budget. I did change this layout a little bit just to make it a bit more simple for when I close out the month to see how much I spent for the whole month. So let me finish filling this out and then I'll explain to you what we found or what the results were for the past 2 weeks. Okay, so I went ahead and did all the math, filled everything in. It looks like we did okay this pay period. Of course, like I said, we went over in grocery. Looking at it, let's see. Everything else was okay. We spent a little bit more in debt. We spent that passport, which I don't know why I didn't. Oh, I guess I budgeted for the passport right in there, so we were under that. The subscription, the only thing we went over otherwise is groceries, and that was gift. What is this? Kids. Went over in kids. And that was because that costume, I didn't plan on buying her the Halloween costume, but we did get that. No spends. We had 7 no spends this pay period. I think a lot of that was because I couldn't get to the bank the first few days. So I didn't have any cash to spend, which was okay. But overall, I would say we got maybe a B+. We did save $402.95 for the pay period. So that's a lot. That was good. And so now we're ready to go on to the next week. Last thing that I want to show you is my scoring. So I have been doing the scoring. I haven't showed you guys this in the past couple weeks. So the week before last, which was from the 6th through the 12th, my score for that week was 90%, and the one from last week was 74%. So a lot of that I know is because I was not coming on here and showing you guys and being accountable for what I was doing. So that's why that score went down, and that's actually below the goal. The goal is 85%. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks I had made it, and then boom, week number 6 I went down. But that's okay. I'm definitely going to get back into it. So this is step one, getting back into my routine. So I come here to show you guys my close out for the pay period. So now we have that money that we're rolling over to the next week. Now I got my paycheck, so I can show you guys that budget breakdown that I did. I did do my budget breakdown myself. I did it off camera, so I'll come back and I'll show you guys my thought process and all of that, show you how I decided where everything is going to go. Right, so I'll show you that. And also one other thing here, I can show you this that I made. I just literally made this at work real quick. I just put in my budget categories. So these are the same things that I'm using here. So just an easier way for me, I had something like this before, to write down when I go through the list of my expenses. It's an easy way for me to plug in the categories and then add up. So that way I don't miss any numbers here on this sheet, so that the math works out, because I have a bad habit of doing that. But that's it. So that's the closeout as far as my goals in my 12-week year. We are 6 weeks in. And like I said, last week was the first week that it was a fail. Womp womp. But I am getting back on it. So that's it for me today. I wanted to show you guys that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the description box down below. Okay, question of the day is, I am working on my goal for the end of this year, or this last era, is to pay off my Discover card, which has less than $100 on there right now. It's the only credit card that has a balance. Let me know your thoughts. What is your current credit card balance? Do you know what your balance is for the total of all your credit cards? Like what balance you hold? And do you have a plan to pay that down, or pay one of them down? All right, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to always remember, it is about progression and not about perfection. Thanks for watching, and happy saving. Bye.